Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
That's the ease at which you get information. You're always connected and informed. No waiting. So if you're living with diabetes and still using old tech and finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels and accepts Medicare and over 800 private insurers. Call 1-888-US-MED65 today. That's 1-888-US-MED65 today. And manage your diabetes as easy as...
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And it is that time of year again where you know we're helping out the kids because it's getting colder. And this year especially, you know what 2020 is all about. People cannot be getting cold and catching anything, especially kids, because then, you know, that's just not going to be good. Which is why we are doing coats for kids again, you know, especially highlighting it this year. $20 puts a brand new coat on a Washington State child in need this year. So if you can help out, if you can join that special crew, however you can give us cash.
Yeah, shout out to Isaac who donated $20. That's awesome. Rhiannon Lichtenberg, $62 donated. And then, I mean, it's just like everybody just keeps on stepping up. Tyler Akers, 34 minutes ago, donated $205.
Right there, that's 10 coats.
Whoa, got to give a shout out to Driggs, Bills, and Day. I think they're lawyers. $755.
I am trying to do the math on all this. That's a lot.
Yes, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. It's a lot of coats. I just don't know how many.
Got to show some love for Harold Swales, member of the 69 crew. David and Cindy Braun, also members of the 69 crew.
Oh, good job.
And David took it to a whole nother level.
And
he's a member of the $269 crew. That's David Boltes.
That's a great idea, by the way. I think we can honorarily induct you into the 69 crew if you put any form of 69 into the. If you wanted to donate 4 figures, why not make it 1,069 or 169? However you want to do it.
Yes.
That would be awesome. Look, and we get that not everybody has a lot of cash. Hey, whatever you can donate, 69 cents, we don't care. All that money will help us get the $35,000 we need to get over 1,700 coats, because that's 1,700 kids. Over 1,700 kids need coats. So we want to get that done. You want to make a donation, you want to share this on your socials, head to KISW.com to donate today.
Let's play B-Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. And it may be Blue Thursday, but we still got to get cracking.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah.
It's Blue Thursday. It's both.
Yeah. Got my Seahawks shirt on, and I brought in my Kraken mask.
Nice.
Well, there we go.
Right.
Woo!
Oh, BJ just flashed us all. He's got a Kraken shirt underneath. Same with Danny.
I didn't bring my beads, boys. Come on. Flashing.
You want to see this S in my chest? You've got to make me lift up my shirt there, sailor.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be.
That sounded really dirty.
Well, that's exactly how it's supposed to sound. Throw some beads, see my S, as it were. And, of course, the Hawks tonight, Thursday Night Football against the Cardinals. Steve and Danny are excited.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I
are
am
not.
I'm trepidatious. I really, I don't want to put my heart out there.
We call that pragmatic.
Yeah, I'm just.
Well, I mean, there's a fear of them losing, but I'm not gonna. I'm very excited to watch the game.
It's going to be the best Seahawks game of the entire season.
I sure hope so.
Yes, it
That's
is.
the problem. Danny is just Danny.
We've got like Russian nesting dolls for like excitement. BJ's just Debbie Downer. Steve's like he wants the win, but it's a little even there.
At least I'm getting to watch the Seahawks game tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, right?
It makes the week better.
And Danny's just like, they're going to win by 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, I will tell you this. I'm with you, Steve. Normally it's the case, but these last 2 weeks, I'm just like, and if I get a third week of that,
Look.
then what joy do I have? I have no joy if the Hawks keep losing.
That's a good point. It's been 2 weeks of suckage. It ends tonight.
There we go. I liked how you think. I want it to be that way.
Yo, if I don't get a good night's sleep because they lost, tomorrow is going to suck.
Oh, you mean because normally I'm the one that's a pain in the ass. You're going to be a pain in the ass tomorrow too.
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to be a pain in the ass. I'm just going to be sad. Should we just take a personal day tomorrow if they lose?
I don't think I've seen sad Steve.
Oh,
It's been a while.
Yeah.
usually not around Sundays after a Hawks game these last 2 weeks.
Your poor wife, your poor dog, and now poor Tater Tot. They get to see sad Steve.
Oh, Tater was furious. She was pissed.
So mad. Well, I saw. When she gets mad, she starts just going on like a binge. She was drunk the other day and knocked over the diaper pail. She was
just throwing things around.
She's like,
Chaos.
I've had it. Give me a shot, Mama.
Let's get to our contestant today. We got Ryan in Des Moines. Ryan, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, Ryan will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Ryan, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Go Hawks.
Nice. What band would walk 500 miles and 500 more just to fall down at your door?
Oh, dang it. Pass.
Oh.
Jefferson City is the capital of what U.S. state?
New Jersey?
No.
Wyoming.
No.
Pass.
What color sweater does Simpsons character Ned Flanders typically wear?
Green.
Yes, the CW show Arrow had how many seasons?
8, 9, 7.
8, yes.
Good job, buddy.
In which country was Nicole Kidman born?
Say that again?
In which country was Nicole Kidman born?
Ireland?
No.
England.
No.
Russia.
No. With computers and tech, what does the S in USB stand for?
I gave you this one.
System?
No.
Pass.
Which sport has a scrum?
Rugby.
Yes. And Ryan avoids the deuce and gets 3 correct.
Oh, well, Ryan.
But much like Danny is hoping and Steve is hoping and you don't have the good outlook, I think Steve's going to get a win on this
Ryan
one.
pulled a Russell Wilson on this one.
Well, of the last 2 weeks, Russell Wilson.
Ryan was going to be, he was an MVP candidate, and then all of a sudden, recently.
Well, sometimes things go askew, awry,
So
astray.
all right, so we'll see what happens with Steve over here. Will Steve,
Will he be the old Russell or the new Russell?
Yeah.
Steve, are you ready?
Go Hawks. Nice. It'll be sexy Russell.
Oh, interesting. What band would walk 500 miles and 500 more just to fall down at your door?
Sorry, I tried to put my face mask on over my eyes. Look at this going on. The Proclaimers.
Yes. Jefferson City is the capital of what U.S. state?
Jefferson.
No.
Missouri?
Yes. What color sweater does Simpsons character Ned Flanders typically wear?
Brown.
No.
Red.
No.
Blue.
No. The CW show Arrow had how many seasons?
3.
No.
6.
No.
5.
No. In which country was Nicole Kidman born?
Canada.
No.
England?
No.
Hello. America.
Yes. With computers and tech, what does the S in USB stand for?
Server?
No.
Social.
No.
Something.
No. Which sport has a scrum?
Rugby.
Yes.
Go Seawolves.
With Europe, what European country did the Canary Islands belong to?
Italy.
No.
France.
No.
Germany.
No.
Yeah.
Who played Detective John Kimball in the early 90s movie Kindergarten Cop?
That would be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Wish
5.
your daddy.
Steve, you win 5-3.
That's right.
Cricket, Steve.
Good game, my friend.
Sorry about that, Ryan, but you know what? 5-3 is respectable.
Yeah.
was a close one. Nail biter. Got him at the end there.
Well, look, but the average MLB pitcher has got an ERA up by 5 these days. Seriously, you get paid millions if
I
you
was about
be
to say,
at
you
5.
probably get like $9 million a year for that kind of.
Rev, Nicole Kidman.
Yes.
So, what did she get raised somewhere else?
I think she was raised in Australia.
That's what I thought.
She was born in Hawaii.
Yes.
Because her parents were there on student visas.
Wow, you know a lot about Nicole Kidman.
I literally just Googled it because I was curious.
Okay.
Boy, that is a trick question because, I thought she was an Aussie all the way through with her accent and everything, but so she was born here for half a second, then taken and raised in the
basically,
down
yeah.
under.
Yeah.
I
Raised
hate
by
that
wallabies.
question. I would have been so mad at you. That's a good trick question, though.
Ryan knew that the sweater that Ned Flanders wears is green. And he also knew that CW, and BJ was happy about this, that he got it right, 8 seasons.
Yeah, I tell everybody when you're with television shows, guess 7. There's always 7-year deals. So if you feel like a show's been on a long time, make sure 7's a guess. And then you have a decision to make. You're like, do I think it was longer than that? Then you go maybe 8 or 9. It's the easiest question in the world with TV. It's just 7. Give it a shot.
And we talked about this yesterday, what USB stands for. So
I know. And I knew Steve wouldn't remember. BJ?
Steve. Oh, of course it's cereal.
Yes, it's the Universal Cereal Bus.
But not the cereal like you eat, the breakfast cereal.
Yeah, more like serial killer, like Gary Ridgway.
Well, I was going to go with something less. Thank you as you look at me and say that. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
And then finally, what European country do the Canary Islands belong to?
I would be guessing, and I would be guessing. So
okay.
what is it?
Spain.
Oh, España. I wouldn't guess Spain.
All right, then. Well,
Boy, they get
I'm glad I told you then.
The Canary Islands, eh?
Yeah, sure.
All right, why not?
Congrats, Steve, on your win.
Good job, man. You're a hell of a guy, Steve. A lot
Thank
of people
you.
appreciate what you do.
Trying my best. Just put my best foot forward every day.
I don't know if you've seen this guy on YouTube. They're calling him he's the guy that called AT&T to try to get his bill lowered, and he came up with a very interesting way to ask AT&T, please, would you lower my bill? And he did it by singing to the operator.
Thank you for calling AT&T. This is Rebecca. How can I provide you exceptional service?
Looks like my bill went up, and I'm interested in getting my bill returned to its normal price.
It's going to go up to 80.
Okay, well, I actually wrote a quick song about it, and I'd like to share that with you. This morning I woke up to an email from AT&T that was bothering me. This happens every 12 months without fail. So I called up customer loyalty. Please return me to my normal monthly rate right now, or else I might have to take my businesses over to... I'm really serious about this. I'm going to switch over to WoW if I don't get my service switched.
Okay, so Jake, great news. I was able to go ahead and do the rate you're at now.
Thank you so much.
Very interesting.
Try this.
So,
Yeah, well, next time a bill goes up, I'm just going to call in and start singing.
Dear AT&T, why do you suck?
that's
Over
pretty
here
awesome.
just trying to make a buck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe you should write my songs.
That's a pretty good job,
Don't
Steve.
hook me up, I'll say get.
Oh! There it is.
And then my bill got raised.
Yeah. It got raised, all right.
Dude,
Yeah.
at first I was like, okay, this is just a goof. And it is a goof, but like you watch the video and you see the look of, because it's edited down. Like he didn't show probably like all the stuff that went into it.
Yeah.
There's probably a little bit more to it, but he just showed like the highlights. But there's this look of pure like joy and like shock that they said, yes, we'll keep the bill at the original amount.
I have to tell you, man, I'm usually the guy that fights like hell, and I get very angry and upset. And even when I get my way, it's been such a battle. He totally took a different tact. He sang a song. He seemed pretty happy. He was very direct. And got it done.
And threatened to go to WoW. I don't even know what WoW is. But
World of Warcraft, obviously. They have a great phone service.
Owen Wilson's phone service.
Yeah. Wow. That's what it is, yeah. I don't know what WoW is either. But here's the secret, though. The secret is being able to walk away. You have to be able to walk away, and if you can make them believe you will, then they can go, all right, well, hold on a second, sir. I think we can do something, which, that's the whole idea of business.
I remember many years ago when I was first moved out here, it wasn't Comcast. It was whatever the cable service was before that. That was the popular one here. And I remember being like, everyone would always say, if you threaten to leave, they're going to hook you up with more deals. So I remember doing that. I was like, you know what? I need this. I'm like, if I don't get it, I'm going to leave. And then the lady said, well, it's been nice having you as a customer. I'm sorry to hear that. I was like, wait. And she's like, no, okay. And then so I was like, okay. I kept trying to see how far I could pull, the bluff. And then eventually they just canceled my thing. So like 5 minutes later, I called back to reset it up, and I had to pay the same amount. I was like, I suck at haggling. Like, if you don't give me a better deal, I'm leaving.
Oh, that's
well,
awesome.
It was nice having you, sir, but we'll have to let you go.
Yeah. You had nowhere to go. That's amazing. You didn't have any place to walk away to.
No.
They called your bluff hard
did,
on that.
Yeah, that's really good. And you know what? You didn't have a nice song.
I didn't.
Yeah. I'm sure the song that would have rhymed with the F word would have been actually what did the trick for you.
Yeah, that wouldn't have happened.
I think so. Hey, we got a popular actor who just shared something. This is like, how about this? This actor says that he is scared of butterflies. He's going to tell you all about this at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
That's the ease at which you get information. You're always connected and informed. No waiting. So if you're living with diabetes and still using old tech and finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? U.S. Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels, and accepts Medicare and over 800 private insurers. Call 1-888-US-MED65 today. That's 1-888-US-MED65 today. And manage your diabetes as easy as...
The Russian invasion.
The heroic Ukrainian resistance.
It's the biggest land war in Europe since World War II.
And the War in Ukraine Daily brings it all to you.
From Moscow to Washington.
From Kyiv to Mariupol.
The War in Ukraine Daily talks to newsmakers around the world.
And to the everyday Ukrainians whose very existence is threatened.
You hear the heartbreaking stories of those caught in the war.
But also hear about the acts of bravery as history is being made.
I'm Mike Simpson.
And I'm Charles Feldman, inviting you to join us.
The War in Ukraine Daily on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Actor and comedian Dan Levy, which, by the way, I didn't even realize. He's on that show, Poops Creek. Yeah, Poops Creek.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was Eugene's kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that until this morning when I saw the name on this story, and I'm like, who the hell is Dan Levy? And I Google searched, and I'm like, oh, he's not just the star of the Poops Creek show, but like he's like the producer, the writer, the director, like he's the brains behind that show, which obviously ended on a very high note.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this before though. You just never know whose kid is like his parents were actually in the biz,
right?
And obviously, I mean, his father was on the show as well.
Yep, yeah, you're right.
And
that's how they got him.
Yeah, that's how they got Eugene Levy.
Dad.
All right, fine. Well, Dan was on the Tonight Show last night, and he shared with Jimmy Fallon that he has a very incredible fear of moths and butterflies.
I have no shame about this. My worst fear is moths and butterflies, which is a strange. It's a strange
the worst fear of all the fears.
Listen, I'm owning it. They have powdery, very weird wings, and they don't fly in any particular direction. And that, it's that. It's the frantic kind of flapping.
It's the flapping.
Inevitably, I think they're going to end up in my mouth. I can't rationalize this fear, Jimmy.
Wow.
All I can do is share it with you tonight.
I'm trying to think. Was there a movie or a TV show where butterflies were coming out of somebody's mouth? It was like a horror movie.
Candyman.
Was it that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that?
Well, that was like with bees and stuff, but
I could have sworn.
Also, Silence of the Lambs had the Death's Head moth.
In Hocus Pocus, when they cut the zombie's mouth open, the moths fly out.
Okay, so
Babysitter's Part 2, they had something flying out of someone's mouth as well.
Oh, did they really? Yeah.
I think it was a butterfly.
Yeah, whatever. I can see why you'd be afraid of that.
Cocoon, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. So the fear of moths and butterflies is called, let's see if I can pronounce this, lepidopterophobia. Lepidopterophobia. Never mind.
Yeah. Isn't that the weird animal on Sesame Street?
Yeah, that's right. The lepidopterophobia. Yeah.
I'm looking at that. There was not even a chance. I could not say that right.
Yeah. So try it, buddy.
All right.
There we go. See, I'll let you see it better.
All right, there we go. There you go. It's No.
If you break it down to 3 words,
Scared of butterflies, a phobia.
like lepidopterophobia. Like if I break it down to 3 words, I can say it. So I just make this one word 3 words, and then but if I try to do it as 1 word, my brain doesn't like it.
Yeah, I'm tapping out.
Yeah. So that's the fear of moths and butterflies right there. And Dan Levy, the star of Poops Creek, he's got it.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
And that's his worst fear, moths and butterflies. So we thought, okay, man, based on this, finish this sentence. I know it's odd, but my biggest fear is blank. What is something strange that scares you or freaks you out? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is something strange that scares you or freaks you out? Your calls, your texts after Rage Against the Machine on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Last night, Tonight Show, Dan Levy said his worst fear is of moths and butterflies. Or, Steve, the official word is?
Lepidopterophobia.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad.
Thank you.
That was a dry read right in front of your face, and you came through.
Lepidopoda.
Well, there we go. Like you do, yeah. So we're wondering, okay, that's a very odd thing to be scared of. How about you? What is something odd that you are afraid of? What's something strange that scares you, freaks you out? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Justin in Puyallup, you are on The Rock.
Good morning. Happy November 19th.
All right. Well, good. Happy November 19th.
See, proof that we're live.
Yeah.
It's not a special day. It's just a good day, right?
Yes, and I don't have a problem with that.
So I have this huge phobia of sharks. I think they're phenomenal, but it's not just, hey, the sharks in the ocean. I'm afraid that they're going to find their way into Lake Washington. I'm afraid they're going to find their way into other lakes. Like, if I can't see the bottom of the lake, it's not happening. I go up to my knees, and that's it.
So if you were in Green Lake, you'd be worried that a shark might come get you?
I just have this phobia. Yeah. So and here, but there's actually a reason for that. So when they were building the Panama Canal, and I found this out, and that's what triggered this. These guys were supposed to go through Lake Nicaragua originally, but people kept flying off, and they couldn't figure out why. So these underwater divers. So they did this study, and there was actually bull sharks in Lake Nicaragua. And they were eating everybody. So I'm like, no, if they can be there, you don't know what's out here. So, yeah, I mean, I'll jump out of airplanes. I'll go race a car. I'll ride a bull, whatever. But I'm not going anywhere near water.
See, Justin, this is what I tell everybody. If you're an overly smart person, you have no idea what that brain does to you, and the whole idea of a placebo effect. And like that's why really, really smart people don't know that they can be their own worst enemy. It's like if you were a dumber guy, you would have never even bothered to read that or even look at that, and you'd be swimming in the lake with no problem. But I can appreciate it, man, because my brain just goes over and over with stuff that other people go, what is wrong with you? Nobody even thinks that way.
It's that what if thing, man. Once you trigger that in your brain and you start doing some research, next thing you know, you're freaking out.
Yeah.
Like I have a fear of WebMD because every time I go on there, I have cancer.
Dude, yeah, right. You know what? Yeah, I never go near that stuff because WebMD's smart. They know that they're going to put definitely it could be this, even if it's a 1% chance, but they're going to lead with the clickbait, which is, oh, what's the matter now? Your finger is tingly? Oh, you're going to die. They're going to lead with that. They're always going to lead with that.
And I'm going, actually, oddly enough, today I'm going to go to a dermatologist to get this, there's a mole on my foot that was bothering me. I think I was wearing a certain type of shoe and it rubbed it raw.
Mole.
So I'm going to get it removed and just double check, make sure it's okay. But I was reading about some stuff because when it first started bothering me, and then my wife came home from the store, and I'm like, I look like I saw a ghost, and she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, I need to go see a dermatologist today. She's like, "Why?" I'm like, that mole, and she's like, "Did you go on to WebMD?" I'm like, "Yes," and I have every form of cancer apparently.
Oh, here we go.
And fingers crossed, everything's fine. But
you haven't checked it out yet?
No, today I go.
Oh, so today you're going to find out what you. Oh God, I'm not going to make fun of you because
for all I know,
this would be horrible if you came back and said, "Nice going, smart guy."
I now don't have a foot. Thank you, BJ.
Yeah. Well, I'm not making fun of you.
Well, you kind of want to. I could tell.
I do because it's WebMD and you, but at the same time, I don't want to roll those dice.
Well, that's it's just like. You make the appointment.
Yeah.
Don't stress. Whatever it is will get taken care of. But you read those things and you just worst case scenario all the time. So I'm staying away from WebMD for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
I put a block on it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And besides, I think, you know what? We have a free service. You can call a doctor on the internet or something, can't you? I think we have a thing, Teladoc or something.
Yeah. But how are they going to remove it? What are they going to say? Go grab a knife?
Well, they'll probably tell you it's not cancer.
No, they're going to look it up on WebMD.
At least you can show them your foot and they'll go, oh, yeah, I know what that is. As opposed to WebMD going, well, we feel like anything could be cancer, so, sir, you have cancer.
Yeah, but the next thing I know, my phone gets hacked into and I'm on some weird foot fetish site.
Oh, well, I hadn't thought about that.
That escalated.
Again, you and the shark guy really ought to get together and really
it's
find
the what if, man.
Yeah, meditation might be helpful.
Okay, about this one? I have a very legit fear of ketchup. I've been teased mercilessly about this my entire life. I'm in my 30s. My nieces and nephews are now the newest bullies in the ketchup game from Whitney and Marysville.
I wonder what it is about ketchup. Does it look like
Ketchup's
blood?
delicious, though.
Maybe is it because it's red and bloody, maybe?
I don't know, I've seen it on the Maury show. They've, my weird fears. Some people have been afraid of mustard, mayonnaise, Band-Aids.
Wow.
All kinds of weird stuff.
I am so happy that I don't think I have anything like that. I've got regular fears like, I fear of heights.
Snowmen.
I do not have a fear of snowmen.
Yes, you do. You said you're scared of snowmen.
Yeah,
We've all heard it.
Yeah, you guys
His
are
brother's middle name.
Yeah. Well, I'm scared of my brother's middle name. You're right. Because I don't know what it is. I bet it's Voldemort, which is why I don't remember my brother's
there you
middle
go.
name. Yeah.
See, what I have a fear of is an actual fear. There's an actual term for it, and I always forget what it is. But when you describe it, it sounds really dumb. I have a fear of a bunch of small holes, all together.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't even.
It's just a bunch of small holes all together. No.
There's the term for that. I think we've seen it on Pornhub.
Yeah, it's trypophobia.
Trypophobia.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, those closely packed
See, trypophobia should be the fear of falling down. Why don't they come up with better names for these things?
True. But I remember the trypophobia thing.
Daddy, stop!
The only reason why I even know about that is because of the iPhones. Because that freaked people out. The new phones had 3 cameras, so they had 3 holes. Does that bother you?
No, those don't bother me.
What about the 3-holer? He's got a 2-holer. I got a 3-holer.
I've seen someone Photoshop the whole phone with 10 of them. I was like, no. And other people have it worse.
What is your fear with this, though?
I think it's because when I was younger, someone took a lotus pod, which is the most common picture that freaks people out. I think what Danny was showing, and they photoshopped it on someone's face and breast, and I was told that that's what breast cancer was when it spreads.
Oh, jeez.
When I was 14, and so I just could not get that image out of my head. So
yeah, that's horrible.
I thought that's what breast cancer looked like. It's not what it looks like. But
friends and family are so nice.
And it was my cousin. She was 9 showing it to me. She's like, "Isn't this funny?" I'm like, "No, Jesus." Child,
a 9-year-old showed you that, and that traumatized you?
Yeah, because it was printed out on a piece of paper. It's like, look what I found. I'm like, oh god.
Oh, she wins.
One texter says I have trypophobia too. It's that fear of tiny clustered holes. I think it started when I got smallpox shot in the arm before going to Korea. Shudder.
Oof.
Oh, really? And smallpox. So what, they saw the thing? I don't know. It's really interesting. Yeah, I don't think I got anything like that. I have a lot of fears. I had night terrors and all this stuff, but I think I've been spared all that stuff.
Another person, my wife, has a fear of holes as well. Those big lotus pods terrify her.
And everyone uses them, the dried ones, for decoration for Thanksgiving wreaths or Christmas wreaths.
Oh, and they trip you out.
Yeah, my cousin had one. I'm like, are you serious? Hide that thing. I hate it.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, look, if you
it makes my skin crawl. I hate it.
Well, it's just like the chalk on the, the scraping, the thing, or, you're making that chalk.
Yeah.
The fingernails on the chalkboard.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, every once in a while it'll give me a little tingle when it happens, but it doesn't drive me nutty.
See, that one on for me, it's
the wrong word.
It's not so much. It's not so much a fear of it. It's just it freaks me out. But it's when somebody's teeth scrape against that fork.
Oh,
not a plastic fork, obviously.
Oh, that really gets you.
Oh, I want to just shove that fork in their mouth.
Oh,
and, make them pay for that.
I had somebody on the show that had something like that too, or the scraping sound, and I would always just scrape my dish, thinking, "Hey, let me get as much of this food as I can." And I didn't know I was driving them nuts.
Oh, scraping on that. Then it's just something about the teeth on the fork, and my brother knew I had that problem.
Oh,
so of course during dinner, at some point, he would purposely do it, and it would just get me so mad, and he just loved it.
Does it also bother you when people do stuff with their teeth? I think in Top Gun when he bites Yeah.
No, that doesn't bother me at all. Yeah,
I think what we found out is a lot bothers you.
Yeah. I keep it under control for the most part.
Well, yeah. I mean, for the most part, you do, yeah.
How about this person? Can't do people in full costumes with a mask on. For example, mascots. If I don't know who's inside there, I have to walk the other way. It makes Disneyland a nightmare.
If I don't know who's inside there, they think they're a real-life monster creature?
So you can go to a Hawks game because of Blitz.
Oh, yeah, unless you know who Blitz is.
Unless he takes his head off for a second and goes, dude, it's okay, I'm Tom.
Well, then
puts it back on.
Squatch must have been even doubly terrifying because there it is, it's Bigfoot and also a mascot.
Right, it's a double whammy.
Double whammy of I'm going to die.
I see your daughter's in the room.
Well, there we go. I was trying to figure out something strange that scares you or freaks you out.
Kneecaps completely freak me out.
What? Is it because of the knee injuries that you've had?
Yes, because my kneecap used to slide out of place.
Ugh.
Yeah, one time it slid behind my knee, like full around, and I had to, and it wouldn't go back, so I had to take it and physically put it back into place. And so now, any kind of kneecaps, like I will touch J-Rubs anywhere, but I cannot touch his knee. And when people are like sitting down and they can like kind of wiggle it around, oh my goodness, I hate it so much.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Now that you say it, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Right?
Because of a few knee injuries I've had, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So if you go to a doctor and they want to do the little hammer on the knee?
I hate it.
Can't do it?
I mean, I'll let them do it, but I have to breathe and say it's going to be okay. It's not going to go out of place. It makes me puke to think about it.
You had the big surgery, though, on both knees. You had the Frankenstein surgery at UW.
I did.
Where basically they attached your knee to all sorts of stuff so it wouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, and they haven't been out since.
Yeah. Well, good for you, then. Yeah. It's a pretty cool procedure. The guy showed us, but it was it was very Frankensteinian. It was like, oh, my God, they're really going in there. And,
they had to break my bone, move it over, make me straight.
Oh, yeah.
There's my fear right there.
Yeah, they did stuff. She's bionic now.
Yeah, I had a buddy that had like a massive reconstruction on his knee after like trying stem cells and everything. Like he tried all anything that was told that was going to work and nothing worked. And then he just went with some kind of crazy surgery that they said you'll even walk out of the surgery. Like you're not even going to be like, obviously there's a recovery to it, but like you will walk out of the building.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
And he says his knees are stronger than they've ever been before.
Wow. Well, that's good to know because I probably, I might need that myself ever since my Michael Jackson injury 30 years ago.
Is that when you were moonwalking?
I was moonwalking and I fell off the moon. And my left knee. I mean, it's now starting to give me trouble. And they told me 30 years ago it would because of what I did, and they had to do arthroscopic surgery.
It's called nano knee.
Nano knee.
That's what he did.
Nano knee.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but apparently they said I would walk out of surgery and I would recover rapidly. And he's like, I didn't believe him at first, and now my knee's stronger than ever.
That's fantastic.
Nano
I
knee.
hope they can do that to me if I have to go in, because I mean, other people have had they've had knee replacement. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, just go to the Nano Knee Institute in California.
There is a new dating term. It's not nano knee, but this one is called hat fishing. What does it mean? Are you guilty of hat fishing? I'll tell you. It's 747 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I have lots of tickets that I haven't paid. Can those be discharged through a bankruptcy?
Yes, there are some limits on what we can do with tickets. Tickets cannot be discharged in a full bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, that won't help you get your license back. But in Chapter 13 reorganization, tickets are dischargeable. Most types of tickets are dischargeable. So you would have to pay back some of the tickets in a Chapter 13 case, but the vast majority of them could be discharged if you complete the plan. And again, you would get your license back right away when you filed the Chapter 13 case, as long as the only reason you don't have your license is because of failure to pay your tickets. But the Chapter 13 process will help you get your license back and repay a small portion of your tickets in most cases and get your license reinstated almost immediately.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
That's the ease at which you get information. You're always connected and informed. So if you're diabetic and still using old technology and finger sticks, what are you waiting for? US Med carries the highest quality continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. Visit usmed.com/radio today. That's usmed.com/radio today and manage your diabetes as easy as...